What's up, everybody? So today I just kind of woke up pretty fired up and pretty frustrated about everything in the world right now, honestly, but particularly just the whole AI thing. It just still boggles my mind that we've allowed all this AI stuff to seep into all of our lives and that so many people have just accepted it and they're like, oh yeah, like there's nothing wrong with AI. There's zero downsides at all. I think there are some things that it definitely can be used for, but I think there are other things that it absolutely should not ever be used for, namely music or anything art related. It is actually the utter antithesis of everything that art is about and everything that art has been about for thousands of years. And it's so annoying to watch people try to defend it or come up with these justifications as to why using AI in your music is totally cool. Or even any of those people making AI artists and like actually getting songs that are on the charts or whatever. And their justification is like, oh, well, this is just the new way of making music. You gotta just adapt to the times. If you're one of those people, I do not respect you. You're not a real artist and you should be genuinely ashamed of yourself. Now, on the other hand, if you're a person who maybe used AI at some point for your music before, and then you realize the negative impact of it and you stop doing it, I have no beef with you. If anything, I have a lot of respect for you because it takes a really strong person to be able to admit when they've done something wrong and make a change and be better. I'm not sure who said this, but there's a quote that I think about very often. It's much easier to fool somebody than to convince somebody they've been fooled. If you don't have that much knowledge about why using AI in your music is actually bad, I don't really think I should have to break this down. It's kind of common sense. But if you're using AI to generate and make your music, it is not art. Part of the purpose of art is to convey human emotion and to get other people to feel what you're feeling, and there is no emotion tied to a thing if a computer generated it. Also, it's just such a hypocritical thing as an artist to be using AI. Most of us, to some degree or another, want to find some success in music, whether that's big scale, famous, megastar success, or just to, make a couple bucks off your music. Using AI to make your music actively hinders real musicians from being successful from their real music that they've made. The more you use it, the more it incentivizes these companies to make more of their own AI music, put it on their platforms and push streams to it, all while the real music that's out there is not getting listened to by people. Also, there's the whole environmental factors and the fact that they got to build these massive data centers to house their AI computers and stuff, among a plethora of other negative things. But at the end of the day, I just don't understand why it wouldn't piss you off that computer-generated AI fake music is being fed to you and is invading the music space and also invading every other portion of your life as well. It's almost impossible to escape it now, and they just did that slowly and slowly and slowly, adding a little bit of AI here, a little bit of AI there, and now it's everywhere. I mean, dude, the fact that even when you guys comment on these videos, I get AI prompted suggestions to reply to your guys' comments. The scariest part about that is that they try to mimic the way that I type and the way that I talk. Most of the time I reply on my computer, so it'll be all lowercase. They'll also do the little like colon parentheses smiley face that I do a lot. While we're on the topic of YouTube, if you have a channel yourself and you make videos, here's a couple little hidden settings that you should make sure are turned off. Video quality enhancements feature, which YouTube just rolled out really quietly without telling anybody. They don't even say it in the settings, but what they do is they're lowering the quality and then using AI to upscale it. I think the purpose of this is like a data saving thing so that they can store smaller files. Either way, it just makes your videos look really weird and like they're AI generated. And I think this setting is by default turned on, so definitely turn it off. Another one, which I think is totally utterly repulsive, allow third-party companies to train AI models using my channel content. Yeah, YouTube, I really want to sign up for that one. Thankfully, I think by default this is turned off, but it shouldn't even be a feature at all. It's just really weird and disturbing, and it's so insane that more people are not like, hey, what the heck? Also, any of the AI companies that are sending me like sponsorship opportunity emails, stop doing that. I'm not gonna work with you because I don't respect you and I don't support what you're doing at all. Anyways, we're getting a little off topic. This is gonna be a very ranty video, but one of the really awful things about the whole AI music stuff is that it's getting harder and harder to tell what's actually AI and what's not. Oh, I'm bleeding. I'm going to show you guys how to kind of try to identify anything that's AI on Spotify. First and foremost, shame on Spotify for putting AI music in their proprietary playlists. This is an evening jazz playlist that has 160,000 saves from Spotify themselves, and you can already start to see which ones of these are AI. If you look at the cover arts and they look like they're AI cover arts, good chance it's probably AI, but sometimes it can be difficult to tell even then because the AI picture generation has gotten better. This one is almost for sure AI, I can tell by the picture, but if we go to the profile, Mark Frost, number one red flag flag. If the picture of their profile is the same as one of their albums, 9 times out of 10, it's a fake profile. Especially if they have this many monthly listeners and they don't have a profile picture, come on. Also, if we scroll down, all of these covers are AI. This is a really big telltale sign. The bio has nothing in it and no pictures attached. Also, this is a little weird. Their top discovered on playlists are 6 Spotify proprietary jazz playlists. Now that's pretty interesting, isn't it? That might be a pretty big factor in why this fake AI profile has literally millions of plays. And those are plays that could have gone to your music, but instead they go to Spotify's AI created artists so that they don't have to pay real artists money. So hopefully you see now how frustrating this is. And this Mark Frost profile is just one of the hundreds on hundreds of profiles that they're making to do this crap. It's really ridiculous and disgusting, and there's really no streaming service that is exempt from this. Really, the only one I know of that's like normal is Bandcamp. Bandcamp is probably the best way to support actual real artists that you like. Now, more than ever, it's really important that you make bad music. What do I mean by that? Why would I ever even say that? Sometimes me and Coleman will do like a music feedback review stream on his channel, and we've made kind of a joke out of listening to one of the DistroKid Wheel of Playlist songs.
Okay guys, next up is going to be
DistroKid Wheel of Playlist.
the DistroKid Wheel of Playlist.
Probably 95% AI at this point.
Yeah, which sucks.
But sometimes we'll shuffle through and try to figure out what songs are AI and what songs aren't.
Drum roll, please. AI.
K-pop AI. Born from data, fueled by emotion.
No way. Just admitting it.
And I came to the realization that it was always obvious that the music was real when it was not very good.
That looks, somebody made that for sure. AI would not do that bad of a job. This is a real person, I think. For sure. Yeah.
Because when you think about it, that's what these generative AI programs are based on, is the perfect examples of music. That's sometimes how you can tell that the music is AI, because it just sounds like too perfect and too polished to where it has no life and no soul to it, and it just sounds robotic. Another thing I want to show you though, I'll shuffle this DistroKid Wheel playlist. As you can see, obviously AI already. The Rising Shine project. There's no profile picture, no bio. Also, and the fans also like, there's a bunch of other clearly AI profiles as well. One thing I would implore you all to do though is go to all of these profiles, click the 3 dots, and then do don't play this artist, and it will essentially block that profile. Do this with as many AI profiles as you can. One of the main things we can do to fight against this stuff is to stop incentivizing it by not listening to it at all. So anyways, the reason why making bad music is more important now is because AI is not designed to recreate that kind of stuff. All those little human errors and the things that make it real are going to be even more important when you're making music now, to like, you know, differentiate yourself from AI, I guess. It's funny because I remember when I started making music, the goal was always to make the most professional, polished sounding music, and now I feel like I want to get as far away from that as possible. So in my music now, I just leave in like the amp guitar buzzing sounds. Sometimes I'll even go and record the sound of me turning on the amp so I can add that in there. Sometimes I'll record sounds of me just like shuffling around the room and putting stuff down. Also, if you mess up a note here or there, just leave it in. Embrace all the imperfections, embrace the noise, make weird sounds, do stuff that AI is not doing, and just use your real human creativity and make something that's really from the heart and from the soul. I think as long as we all do that and we just focus on making authentic music, maybe it'll all be alright, guys. Maybe. But I'll just be here eating my yogurt. Life is a lot harder and it's a lot more doom and gloom when you just sit around all day and complain about it. I think it's really important to do what you can to stop all the AI stuff from happening. Really just meaning avoiding using it. If you ever see any sort of AI ads or anything, I'll either just click not interested or I'll just outright report the ad. Also, I know there are ways that you can disable the AI function in Chrome, blocking all the AI Spotify profiles like I showed you. I would never ever tell anybody to go like hate on an influencer or a producer who's using AI. But if you see a YouTuber or influencer or producer or whoever using AI, just let them know like, hey, I'm not cool with this and I don't appreciate you promoting AI to your audience. One of the most important things you can do is just be the change that you want to see in the world. When it comes down to it, you can't really control what other people do. You can really only control the things that you do. So just make sure that you're practicing the things you preach. You're trying to be the best version of yourself every single day, trying to learn and grow and be a better person. And really, most importantly, focus on what's actually going on with the people close to you, your friends, your family, your relationship, your neighbors, whoever else. Real people that have a real impact on your life. And just remember that every single day is another opportunity to learn and grow and do better. I know the world can seem pretty bleak sometimes, and it's really easy to get kind of down in the dumps and doom and gloom about the state of everything, but we can make it better. We all just have to do our part, but you know, gotta take it one step at a time. So yeah, I don't know if this video makes any sense at all. It's kind of just me ranting, but if you watch this far, I really appreciate you. I appreciate everything you guys do all the time, but the fact that you guys are always just here for me, supporting me and supporting each other really means a lot, so thank you. Stay safe out there. I will see you all in the next video.